How you going, guys? Nice day for a swim in the river. Somebody didn't make it. Check this out. Dear oh dear oh dear. What a waste. How? Did they drive off the bridge? Like, how did this happen? How? They must have driven off the bridge. The water hasn't gone over this bridge for a long time. We haven't had that much rain, so I'm a little bit perplexed, and I know that we will probably find out the story as to what happened here. Yeah, just come down to give Jazzy a swim, and wow. Well, they wouldn't have drowned because the car is high and dry on that tree. But, wow. Wow. Yeah, it's always been a bit of a fear of mine of cars and water mixed together. They do not. So, let's have a look down here. Now, let's have a little chat about what's going on in the Middle East. Oh, I can't see a thing. I can't see the track. It's totally overgrown. Oh my gosh, it's so steep. And this is just good measure that I'm not going to fall. Almost. Oh no, Jazzy. Alright. Do we have a stick for you? Okay, so what's going on in the Middle East, which is not the place where the kingdom was. It is not. It is a fake land. It is a fake everything. They are playing out the prophecies to scare everybody. But this is not a drill either. So it's really hard to know where to draw the line to even speak about these things. But seeing that, a lot of you and myself have been following this for a long time, many years, I think we have a right to speak about it. And I'm just going to tell you how I feel and my interpretation of what's going on. This is all leading up to surrounding the camp of the saints. It just has to be. There is, we know we're in the short season. We know that the short horn is ruling in this short season. I can't find a stick, Jazz. And here's one. Is that my stick I left here once? No, someone's found that. Short season, short horn. Yeah, so where are we at? Well, I believe we're at some major pinnacle. We have a blood moon tonight here. I don't know if you fellas in America are going to get the blood moon. I don't know. But we definitely have one here tonight. I will try to film that. If I'm still awake. I wouldn't call this a stick, but it'll do. Go. Go on. Go get it. Go. 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 Well, too bad if it was the only stick, okay? Because now it's right over there and you're not going to get it. This Purim blood moon, this is very interesting. That, they pick these dates. They know when things are going to be spooky with the, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and they will use these dates as fear, because they will plan attacks, they will plan this, they will plan that. It's sunk on these dates. And then they'll go, look, it's biblical prophecy. Now, you've also got to be very aware at the moment that they are coming out with some amazing things, like a biblical fines, biblical this, biblical that. Why? We have to ask ourselves, why are they pushing Jesus so hard? When they, that's their arch enemy. Why are they doing this? Well, it's a really good, easy reason that I believe, that I can see. Go, get that one. Go on, it's up there. Go. Go, right over. Go. Go. Oh, Jazzy, it's the last one I'm going to find here. Go get the stick. They're playing with these blood moons. They're playing and they make sure that their wars are right when these certain celestial events happen. And this is not prophecy the way that it was, in 70 AD. It's not. It's a playbook. So they're using the old story of Armageddon, of the apocalypse, which just means the revealing. They are using that old story as their playbook. And you see, if they follow that script, they're going to have all the Christians believing that Jesus is coming back now. As far as the rapture goes, I don't know what they're going to do to try to pull that off. I haven't really spent any time thinking about that, for the simple fact that I know that there is no rapture going to happen, so I just have not spent time thinking that, or pondering what they may, how they may. They could say millions of people disappear, and just because you don't know anybody that hasn't doesn't mean it hasn't happened. Because as with all the people dying from being infected from something that was forced upon them, just about forced upon them anyway, just about. If you don't know anybody that's personally passed away around you, I'm sure you're reading many, many comments of many that are, because I actually had somebody ask me the other day, well, if they're all passing away as badly as you say they are, or as what you're experiencing online, if they are passing away like that badly, where are they all? And this person said to me, I don't know anybody who has passed away from this. So some people know of dozens of people that are gone, and some people know of none. Now, are they going to do this with the rapture? This is a really good question. They could just go, yep, like overnight, millions of people have vanished. And you're going, well, I don't know of anyone around here that has, but yeah, probably in the cities, oh my gosh, like Jesus loves the city people, right? Look, I'm just putting it out there because we are going to be deceived on every turn now. And if you haven't even ridden one of these waves, you really need to go out and buy your surfboard now. Okay, because you're going to have to start learning how to surf. The waves are going to get bigger. It's coming in waves. As somebody said, some famous person speculated there will be 3 waves coming. And they explain very well what those waves and how they would occur. Too much for me to go into right now. However, I do believe that scenario, but I don't hear people talking about what I'm talking about here. Nobody's talking about this. How are they going to cover up a rapture or make one happen? Yeah, they could actually They could kidnap millions of people. But that's going to have to be like within a one-day effort, because the vanishing is supposed to be suddenly and all at once. Not just spasmodic, a bit here and a bit there and a bit there and a bit there and all different days, different months. No, the rapture's supposed to be a one-off, as we read it, as it would have been when it happened. It was a one-off deal that happened. It wasn't a deal, I'm sorry, Father. It was a one-off thing that the saints and the ones who were listening and following the Father's Son back then, that they were taken. They were saved. But we are going to be too. This is what you don't understand. And even if you don't make the waves and you die between here and there, and you just don't make it between here and there, like, you're still going to die someday anyway, and the Father knows the day of your death. The day of your death is not going to be an accident. If you are praying and staying in the Word, it's not going to be an accident, because the enemy has no legal right over you if you are a child of the Most High. He doesn't. The Most High has the legal right over you. However, if you are not, like, physically, I know this sounds terrible, it sounds like slavery or something, but if you don't have a master, if you're not owned by the Creator, you will be owned by the God of this world. And you haven't even given him permission. But that is the unwritten code. If you do not have the mark of the Father on you, you do not have the mark of salvation. So what is the mark of the beast? It's pretty simple. The mark of the beast is those who are without the mark of the Father. Yeah, that's it. If you read Esdras, 2nd Esdras and Baruch, there is more talk in those two books about the mark of God Almighty, the Most High, about his mark, about go and mark my people. He tells the angels, go and mark those who are mine, and let not anything hurt them. And don't hurt the grass of the trees yet either. We're not ready for that. So if that, to me, always stood out, even before I knew about the short season, that he's saying, okay, don't hurt the servants of the Most High, and don't hurt the grass of the field or the trees. And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound like a war to me. That doesn't sound, even this is years ago, reading that scripture, I was like, something's not sitting with this one, because you're thinking war. I was thinking war as in the common way to think of war. Now, so what's happened is we've been marked with the seal, will be protected. But those that aren't marked and protected are not. Those that are not marked are not protected. And so they're being taken without the grass and the trees being hurt, aren't they? They're being taken without anything around us being affected. Nothing's being burned or bombed around me, and they're being taken. So the war is already here. It has been here since 2001. That's when this war started. You're in a 25-year war. 25 years is a quarter of something, isn't it? Yeah, it's a quarter of 100. So that should give you hope, because everybody's going, well, the short season's only short. Look, none of us know. Let's be honest, let's be humble ourselves. We don't know. But what we can ascertain is that a long season was 40 years in the Old Testament. It was 40 years. It was a long season. So a short season was anything under 40 years. I believe that Satan was released in 2001 in that incident, what happened in New York. And I got many reasons for that. I believe that prior to that, in 1776, they were given the knowledge in 1776 of when he would be released. Somehow they gained that knowledge, And they worked and worked their butts off. They literally worked their little butts off to get everything ready and prepared for when he was released. Okay, we have had 25 years of before that. I don't think we would have gotten away with showing the things that video clips show before that time. You know, people weren't ready for it in the 90s. They still know they were not ready for it. So the level of Satanism that has been displayed since 2001 is horrific, and it told my soul that's when the release was. Okay, so I can't really budge off that. I'm humble. Father can change my mind at any time about anything, but he is the one that needs to do it. No man can tell me anything that will change the way I think until he does. So, because on the other things I've been right, and I know they were from him. But it had to be because they were right. The things he showed me. He showed me about the clot shot. He told me I'd be doomed if I got it. Before anybody even knew. Like, before anybody knew it was poison. I was warned. I'm on record. I've told you about that dream. I told you when it happened. It's documented to be before the thing was rolled out. I'm no one special. I'm not out here going, I'm a prophetess. No, please don't ever say that about me. Because I wouldn't, because I'm just listening. I just listen. I just observe. And I truly want to know what's going on. I just truly do. So we can be ahead of the wave. We can paddle out in front of it and we can catch it. And we can ride it in. Just like I'm going to ride down this hill. Oh, yeah. Yep, she's slippery. Oh, okay. Too bad with no hands. Okay. So I'm just trying to give you guys some food for thought and, a little bit of creative. It's good for our minds to think about these things because it gives us hope. And if we can figure out their next move, we're going to try to be ahead of them. Ready? Go. Now go get that one. Then we're going to see, even if we're wrong on, out of a count of 10, if we're wrong on 8 points, we're more than likely going to be right on 2. And that's how we can see that our steps, our baby steps of putting this all together, they're working. Okay, we're figuring it out. I think that's why things have heated up and they're going so fast so quickly now, because they have figured out that we've figured it out, and they don't like that. They can't stop it now. The cat's out of the bag, the dog's in the water. What can they do? How are they going to fix this? I believe that's why they're going to ride the plan out now. They're rolling it out. They're going to ride it out. They're going to roll out the whole show. Operation Bluebeam, be prepared for anything. Like, don't be scared if you see things in the sky. I saw something the other night. There was something out my room, my window, where I have my fantastical light show. And move, darling. Move, darling. And oh, Jazzy, you make it so hard. Go right over. I saw this, I was looking at a star. I thought, oh yeah, that's just one of the stars that's there every night. And I'm knowing the positions of them and how far they travel over the hours and whatnot. And I'm looking at this one star, and then it went really violet, really ultraviolet blue. And then it went white. Then it went ultraviolet blue again and went white. And I went, ooh, that's not a star. I don't know what that is. It's not a drone. It's not a star. But what I'm saying is be on the lookout for things that are real. There will be credible... Stop. Don't run up the hill. There will be credible spiritual things in the sky. There will also be a lot of the reverse engineered crafts that they have learned how to build themselves through the sacrifices of men's blood. They have been given the keys to the kingdom, so to speak, the evil kingdom, and they can make a lot of this equipment. Blueprints acquired by blood, and we need to be aware that whatever these aliens in brackets are, they're not aliens. They will be evil men or demons. Take your pick. Okay? Or fallen angels, if they do turn up, if we actually get to actually see the fallen angels, yeah, sure. So, it's going to be a heck of a trip. Like, this is... Man, life has just become one big trip, right? It's just crazy. We all knew it was coming. Well, those of us who did. But now it's here. It's still mind-boggling. Like, I kept thinking one day I was going to wake up and CV never would have happened and things would just go back to normal. But you know what? Deep in the pit of my soul, I knew when those people started passing away that there was no going back, and that the show had started, and that the clock was ticking, that the starting gun had gone off. Jazzy. And there was no putting the cat back in the bag. That I knew that. And I knew this in 2020, actually, before the year was out. You just knew that it's not, this is it. This is real. This is not the movie. This is actually what all the movies were getting prepared for, and we're in it. Now, what do we do about it? Oh, help me. No. Yeah, you need help. You definitely need help. But it's going to be what you put your energy into. So, what's going to harvest your energy is going to be the thing, okay? I want good angels helping me harvest my own energy, because I just can't see of any way around this. And that's what I mean about being marked with the seal of the Most High. Okay, it's a seal. You're sealed. And that's why we have to watch what they're going to do for this Rapture debacle. And there'll be other parts of the prophecies that we really need to go back and look at to see, what they, how they're going to do that too. What part they're going to play for that. Trump could have a twin, and they might kill Trump off and he comes back from the dead because he's got a twin. Who knows? I've been hearing some really funky stories and funky theories out there. That's cool. You know, everybody can theorize. We can do that all day long. Well, that's what we do. However, it's only going to be a few ways this can go when you really have to think about it. We know that their hand has to be shown. They've shown their hand. Anybody that's still asleep at this point, good luck. Because the ship's just going to explode on you and you'll be asleep in the cabin, and we'll already be in the lifeboats heading to the promised land. So that's the warning you need, you know. It's not mean. It's just get your life together. And by saying that, it's not, none of us are saints. None of us are good. There's only one that was good. So I don't even try and lie to myself or joke to myself that I'm good. But that doesn't mean I do bad things. I try to do good things. But when I do something that's like shitty and I mess up, I don't stay on top of my own neck about it. I get off myself now. I give myself a chance to breathe. I give myself a chance to learn. And the more I do that, the more empathic I am to myself, and the more I'm learning. And the quicker I learn, quicker you just go, yep, that doesn't work, not doing that. Right, cool, easy. All right, because we've all got egos. We've all got a way that we feel that we should be treated, that we should this should happen and that should happen. In reality, it's not even us. Like when things don't go right and we stress out and freak out, it's a reflection of our fears. If we are reflecting fear, it will show. If we are reflecting faith, it will show. I hope this helps somebody. I really hope I don't bang my head against the wall doing this. I just want to help even one person. And I know I'm shadow banned to the absolute maxi taxis. All right, it doesn't get any worse for me because it's like nobody hears my videos anymore. And I know it's not because people don't not like me. The odds of that happening on this scale is that's just stupid. Compared to the amount of subscribers that used to reach out and speak to me, now that they're being blocked. Everything good is being blocked and everything bad is being pushed. And yeah, like I'm fine with it. I just pray in the name of the Son who died for us that this reaches whoever it needs to. I'm just a simple girl living in the country in Australia, and I just hope people get the messages that I got. And the only way I got them was through asking. Please show me what's going on. Diligently asking. You know, prayer's hard. I think prayer's hard for anybody. It's hard to know what to say. You can start praying and feel guilty even because you think, oh boy, I'm just asking for stuff. Well, maybe prayer is just being quiet and listening. Asking simple questions and then being quiet. Because sometimes God does not answer through like that literal words in your head. He'll answer you through an event or something. He'll show you, like you'll be wondering a question to something, maybe a number, and you got no idea, and then you'll see 7 eagles fly over. Things like that. The Father does speak like that, and I think the American Indians had a really good grasp on that sort of thing. They really did. They were really in tune with the Father and nature, and I know I've taken a lot of that on in my life from my Aboriginal heritage, which is genetically, that was installed in me from my birth. And that's how I can read his signs too. I can read his signs in a lot of ways. And that's all we need to do, guys. Like, we need to pull together. There is a home for us, and we're all going to meet each other, and there is somewhere that our souls will rest. You know it. You've been to these places in your dreams. He must have taken you somewhere at some time. You mightn't remember it, but you might have to unlock these memories. Or when you're going to sleep at night, ask him to take you to that place. Because I've been there. I've been to the other side. I know it's real. I know it's real. And we just need to relax and know that it's nothing we're going to do that's going to get us there. It's what already's been done. The work's been done. The kingdom has been handed to Jesus. It's just that Satan has been allowed this short season so the Father is using Satan as judgment against the people who are wicked, because actually they're judging themselves. And they've put the mark of the beast on themselves. So yes, the mark of the beast is easy to take, but you'll know you've taken it. So don't fear, brothers and sisters. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you got to the end of this. Let me know who watched this. I love you guys. I've got to go. My battery's going flat. It's nearly gone. I can't see the screen. But I pray for all the best for all of us every day. Thank you, Father. Let your sun shine on those who love you every day. The literal sun and the sun in our hearts. Your sun. Let him shine every day. Let him shine through us. Let us be more like him every day. Let us pick up our cross and let us walk in humility and solitude. So it's the only way we can find you is with solitude. I love you, Father. Please help us. Please help the world. It's in a bad way. I know it's judgment. So please protect those who have your seal upon them. In the name of your Son, thank you. All right, guys, this is Beck and Jazzy. Please leave me a comment. I'm out.